June 12, 2025. A date etched into the scroll of time, not by man, not by nations, not by politicians, but by God. Something is coming, something major. And this is your urgent warning. Not to fear, but to prepare. Not to panic, but to listen. Not to retreat, but to rise. We are standing on the edge of something that will affect not just the headlines, but the heartlines. Not just economies. The Spirit has been speaking. The winds have been shifting. The earth itself is trembling beneath the weight of what is to come. And if you're listening, truly listening, you know this is not business as usual. We are entering a moment when what was hidden will be revealed, where idols will fall, where secrets will be shouted from rooftops, where alignments will shift and masks will be ripped off. June 12, 2025 is not just a date on the calendar. It's a line in the sand, a divine appointment. Heaven has issued a summons, and every life will answer, knowingly or not. This is not just global, it's deeply personal. Some of you have felt the restlessness in your spirit, the midnight stirring, the unease that can't be explained. That's not anxiety. That's awakening. You're being positioned, set apart for such a time as this. The systems of this world are being weighed in the balance, and the verdict is nearing. Let me take you back to 2001, when the towers fell, to 2008, when the markets collapsed, to 2020, when the world shut down. All came with signs, all came with warnings, but many didn't listen. There were voices crying out, watchmen on the wall, but they were mocked, ignored, labeled extreme. And yet, every time, the warnings proved true. And now, here we are again. Another window, another whisper, another warning. But this time, it's not just about a nation. It's about you. There's a woman watching this right now. You've been running from your calling. There's a young person listening. You've buried the dreams God gave you out of fear. There's a young person. You've traded your fire for comfort, but the fire is coming back. You're not forgotten. You're not random. You were born for this moment. So what must you do? Return. Return to your first love. Return to truth. Return to the secret place, not religion, relationship. Shut off the noise and tune in to the still, small voice. Repent, not in shame, but in power. Lay down what's been draining you, what's been distracting you. The world is loud, but heaven is louder to the heart that listens. Rebuild. Rebuild your altar. Rebuild your discipline. Rebuild your focus. Get your house in order. Physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Reconnect. Seek the people who sharpen you, not those who sedate you. You need voices of wisdom, not entertainment. This is the hour of divine connections. Watch who walks in and who walks out. Respond. Don't delay, don't debate, just obey. If he says speak, if he says move, move. If he says give, give. Your obedience will unlock someone else's breakthrough. June 12, 2025, a date whispered in the stillness, a moment already written before time began. You may think it's just another day, but it is not. It is a divine marker, a turning point, and the warning has already gone out. The shaking is not coming, it has already begun. But most are too distracted to notice, too numb to feel it, too deaf to hear the sound of the trumpet that has already been blown. You feel it, don't you? The unrest, the disruption. Things that once made sense now seem foreign. The systems are trembling, the foundations are cracking, the masks are falling. What was hidden is being revealed. What was buried is being unearthed. The illusion is being shattered. This is not just the cycle of history. This is divine intervention. There is a moment when heaven steps in, when the Creator interrupts the created. That moment is upon us. June 12th is not about fear. It is about preparation. This is not about doom. It's about decision. You are being summoned to choose. The days of lukewarm are over. The days of silence are done. You cannot stand on both sides of the line anymore. You must decide. Will you awaken or will you sleep through the shift? Many will mock. Many will scoff. They always have. Noah built the ark in sunshine. Joseph stored grain during years of plenty. The warnings always come before the storm. But only a few take them seriously, and even fewer act. But you're not here by accident. You're hearing this because you've been chosen to know, chosen to see, chosen to stand. You were born for this hour. You may not feel ready, but you are not alone. There is a fire inside you that you have not fully tapped. There is a strength you have not fully discovered. What's coming is not meant to crush you, but to call you higher. The storm will not destroy you if you are anchored. The shaking will not break you if you've built on solid rock. You must fortify your soul. You must return to what is true. Shut off the noise. Open the ancient paths. Go back to the sacred place. Listen again. Not to the voices of culture, but to the voice within. The small voice, the steady voice, the true voice. You know it. You've heard it before. It's calling you again. Rise up, clean house, make room. Let go of what you cannot carry forward. What is ahead is too heavy for divided hearts. Some of you have been in hiding, feeling forgotten, but that season is ending. You are being brought forward, not by man, but by divine hand. The overlooked will be the overcomers. The least will become leaders. This is your moment to prepare. This is your moment to align. What you do now will determine where you stand when the shaking reaches its peak. There will be chaos. There will be confusion. But you do not walk in confusion. You walk in clarity. While the world runs in fear, you stand in peace. You speak life. You walk light. You shine truth. And you don't do it for applause. You do it because heaven has placed a mantle on your shoulders. So do not delay. Do not wait for more confirmation. This is it. This is your confirmation. Heaven is speaking. And what you do with this moment will echo into eternity. The doors are closing. The time is short. But there's still time. Time to rise. Time to speak. Time to break free. Time to move. Because what's coming on June 12, 2025 will shake nations, but more than that, it will shake hearts. And yours is being summoned. Will you answer the call? June 12, 2025. That day will come. The sun will rise. But what will rise in you? Will you sleep through the shaking? Or will you awaken with purpose? This is not the end. It's the beginning. Not destruction, but distinction. Not fear, but fire. The world may not know your name, but heaven does. And right now, a trumpet is sounding in your soul. You are being summoned. You are being sent. You are being shaped for something major. Not because you're perfect, but because you're positioned for such a time as this. So hear the warning. Feel the urgency and respond with faith, because what happens on June 12, 2025 will shake what can be shaken and awaken what must be awakened.